Hello, it's Ginger. So today we're doing something even different. Today, let's talk about rebatching soap. I made soap yesterday, and I store mine in a fancy dancy box with layers in between. The soap was just made. It's gonna have to cure for 6 to 8 weeks before I use it. Some people say 4 to 6. I usually wait 8. But this is all brand new soap. I don't worry about trimming it up or anything because this is just for my use. So if it doesn't come out pretty, I'm fine with that. So we're gonna talk rebatching, right? So these are awesome, they're pretty, but a while back, I didn't have enough molds. So I had to take like a Rubbermaid sandwich container and I glopped the rest of it in. And then I had a butter bowl, right? And if you put all 4 of these pieces back together, you'll see the shape of the bowl. And there. So you'll see the shape of the bowl. Now, I have more molds now. I've been doing it a lot longer. What I'm gonna do is cut all this up into very, very small pieces. Go ahead and put it back on a double boiler on the stove. And we're gonna make some rebatch soap bars. So I'll be back. Nala says hi. Nala, say hi. Say hi, Nala. Oh yeah, she'll stop talking now, won't she? She's playing with her toy. So Nala says hi, guys. We'll be back. Okay, I got more to cut up, but here you go. Now, some people use a grater. I don't. I just cut it up into small pieces. I am going to put 3 tablespoons of water in here. I have a large pan of water. We're just going to get to a nice royal boil. And I know this is really, really big, but I will use this for bigger batches if I'm not sure how much, so that way I can stir and I don't worry about it, you know, falling over the edges. So I know that looks astronomically large, but it's just, this is just soap making equipment. I don't, I have just my soap stuff. The pan is also soap stuff because I can heat oils up in it. But that's my bowl and that's how I'm doing my double boiler. Yes, you can do something smaller, but this is what fit in that pan and it's the easiest thing for me, so that's what I'm using. Don't judge. It's just what you got and what you bought and what you're going to use, and so we're going to run with it. So I'll see you guys here in a bit, okay? Okay, now it's in the water bath and the double boiler, so I've already gotten some of it into one of the molds, but that's what it's looking like. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to finish putting it in my soap mold, so I'll be back. But that's the next step. Once we get it off the heat, stir it up real good, and that's rebatch soap. I'll give you my recipe here in a few minutes that I used for the other bars. Okay, so I'm all done doing my rebatch, and I thought I'd share what my recipe is for my 3 oil soap. So the recipe is as follows: coconut oil, which you can buy at Walmart, 12.75 ounces. Palm oil, 15.3 ounces. Olive oil, 22.95 ounces. You can buy the palm oil. I usually buy it online. Michael's or somewhere probably may have it. I usually just order that online. Olive oil, of course, at Walmart. Lye, get from the hardware store. Go to the drain cleaner section. Yes, drain cleaner. Get the crystals, don't get the liquid. Don't make that mistake like I did. 7.17 ounces of lye. Water, only buy distilled and or bottled water. And 16.83 ounces of water. So this is a 75-ounce batch recipe. Coconut oil, 12.75 ounces. Palm, 15.3 ounces. Olive oil, 22.95. Lye, 7.17. And water, 16.83 ounces. You're going to need a kitchen scale. You have to have a kitchen scale. You're going to need a stick blender. You're going to need, a pan to heat up the oil and or use it in the microwave. You're going to need a container for your lye and water. If you want to use goat's milk, you can do a couple of different things. Instead of water, you can do goat's milk. You really have to freeze the goat's milk because if not, you'll burn it with the lye. Keep in mind, when you mix lye and water, it's 200 degrees. So this is not something you're going to put with the kids. But I do goat's milk. You can buy the powdered goat's milk at the store or order it online. Or if you have a farmer, you can buy goat's milk and strain it. Make sure you have it strained. Use cheesecloth if you're going to do it yourself. And instead of the water, you could just use goat's milk. And I can do a video on goat's milk soap later, but this is my 3 oil soap. I don't use perfume, so I don't use any of the essential oils that you can buy. There's a lot of different websites out there, and you can definitely find those, and use different places. Bulk Apothecary is one of my favorite places. Brambleberry. There's a lot more that you can do. There's lye calculators online. You don't have to use this recipe. You can go on, and Brambleberry and all of those have lye calculators. So you can type in lye calculator. You can find a recipe. You can use shea butter. You can use cocoa butter. You can use olive oil, palm oil. Palm is kind of controversial because it's not sustained. It's not, eco, green type, whatever. So a lot of people don't like to use palm. I like palm because of the way the soap feels and lathers, and I like the cleanness of it. So, you've got to decide what you want to do. There's also melt and pours where you're not having to deal with lye. And if you want a great idea to do with the kids, you can buy a melt and pour soap, and you can do those at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, any of those. That's a great idea with kids. I don't let kids around the lye at all. So, there you go. But I had to do what we call a rebatch. Like I said, back in the past, I didn't have enough molds, so I ended up using butter bowls and whatever else I had in hand, and then just popping in and making all funky shapes and sizes. And so I melted it all, and I poured it into molds, and that way it's just going to be easier now to use those when I'm ready. So I had to remelt those. Your lye container, you need a separate. I bought a 2-quart pitcher at the dollar store, and that's my lye water container. Don't put, you've got to be careful of what you're doing with the lye and the water. So I would go online, print out directions. I could maybe do a video where I can do a link and print out directions as well. But, Brambleberry and all of those have some wonderful directions and easy to print off. A lot of soapers. I just do plain soap. This is just something we use here at home. I'm not one of those who play and do pretty colors and smells and twirls and all of that, but there are so many things online that you can choose from, especially on YouTube. So today is soap. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Happy gardening and happy soap making.